Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So first off, I hope everybody's weekend was great. Let me know how you guys' Saturday was. Obviously today being Sunday, it is the weekly candle close, so I'm not expecting any crazy price action, but we might see some volatile moves along the board. Just be aware that I don't think that the weekend should be a tradable time frame for anybody. I think that the price action is extremely unstable, especially as we do kind of march into Monday with the indices opening and things like that. Also, we do have a ton of Fed talks in this month alone, so definitely be aware of that. In regards to the 7-day span, though, we are seeing some nice price movement along the boards for some altcoins. Avi is one that I continue to mention. Q&T is also up about almost 60%. So it's been a pretty fun weekend. And honestly, in regards to green, we definitely have to celebrate any green that we actually do see. And 60% moves are definitely something to really kind of watch for. Now, in regards to XRP, we are still sitting at about roughly 34 cents. We're just kind of ranging here, most likely in a nice accumulation zone. To me personally, I think that XRP around this range is not too bad. I would like to see the mid to low 20-cent range. Obviously, if we do see it, that's great. If we don't see it, I'm still hedged against that by, of course, averaging in here and there. Now, today we have something pretty special, and that is confirmation of Ripple, or XRP I should say, being utilized by the Federal Reserve. So let's just dive in and let's talk about this. So first off, we do see this announcement from the Faster Payments Council. We do hear the Faster Payments Council and Ripple have launched a crypto and payments survey designed to gauge industry perspectives on the use of blockchain and cryptocurrencies and payments. Please provide your input. Now, this is just a survey that you can fill out. But we've been talking about the Fed, utilizing, a Ripple XRP system, if you will, more so really kind of leveraging RippleNet with XRP for a while. And, there's a few names that really kind of pop up in this all the time, Volante being one of them. And yes, we will talk about them here in this video. But let's talk about Faster Payments Council first. So for anybody who doesn't know, the Federal Reserve has been working with the FPC, if you will. That's what we're going to be calling it. And this has been going on for a while. Federal Reserve's membership in FPC strengthens industry efforts to advance faster payments. We do see down here, first off, there's strength in numbers. That's a fact. But I'd venture to say that there is also strength in diversity. Having a representative mix of elements equally contributing to the cause can bolster the ultimate end product or outcome. Now, we do see here the Federal Reserve Bank system is a vital payments industry stakeholder that touches just about every American, and having the Fed's direct and active participation in our FPC work efforts will help us inch even closer to our goal of achieving ubiquitous faster payments in the U.S., and here's why. Given that the FPC was born out of the Faster Payments Task Force, which was convened by the Federal Reserve, their membership lends even more credibility to our work to carry forward some of the recommendations to Task Force members identified to modernize the U.S. payment system. Now, I want you guys to understand that this also includes, for an example, the clearinghouse. They have been active in participation within this. And, this is talking more so about the real-time payment system and the value of real-time settlement, funds availability. The Fed's participation will help enrich those discussions and provide additional perspectives specific to its FedNow service. You guys probably remember me talking about the FedNow service for a little bit of time there, and we're going to be addressing that in this video as well. But we do see also over here from the Federal Reserve Fed Payments Improvement. This is their fedpaymentsimprovement.org website. Of course, yes, this is centered around the FedNow service itself, but our society increasingly operates on a 24/7, 365 basis, and people expect payments to move just as fast. While different types of faster payments are emerging in the U.S. payment system, they do not enable payers and payees to seamlessly send and receive payments on a nationwide basis. Again, when we really look at cross-border payments in the same light of this, but also I want you guys to understand that's not only cross-border payments. You make a payment in the United States as well, utilizing like a bank account or a bank transfer. It's going to still take days to settle. We're still running on massive old technology rails around payments. So again, when we talk about like modernization, this is what we are trying to get to, the faster payment focus point, or a real-time gross settlement. And we do see down here benefits of faster payments. Faster payments can yield real economic benefits to individuals and businesses by allowing them to send and receive payments at any time of the day, on any day of the year, so that recipients, have access to final funds almost immediately. They also get, or can benefit, providers of payment services by reducing credit risk through real-time, settlement and providing opportunities for innovation to satisfy customer demand. And yes, I also do think that even when we adopt something like the Ripple network with XRP, which this is basically that new system that I've addressed multiple times. I think that it's great from the perspective on also saving money. Fees, when you are trying to have real-time settlement or have funds instantly there, it costs more fees. Like PayPal has this. If you have money in your PayPal and you want it to transact it to your bank account in real time, you have to pay a fee on top of that to actually have it there. And this isn't you basically getting that money instantly, through for example, instant settlement. No, basically what PayPal is doing is funding that money through pre-approved, payments, and basically taking a risk on it being there at the end of the day. So again, real-time settlement on a lot of these major digital, in quotation marks, payment networks or payment apps is still not, innovative to the digital eye, if you will. Because again, on the front face value, it looks great, and I've always said this, even in regards to payments with a banking app or utilizing something like Cash App or Venmo, it's still running on extremely inefficient liquidity, and the fees are astronomical. And we do see down here they're talking about paving the way for faster payments, talking about this new instant payment service, which is of course the FedNow service, and we've addressed this on multiple videos and on multiple occasions, I think going back as far as September as well. And when we really kind of look at this, I want to focus on it because of one specific name is connected to almost every single one of these, initiatives. So we do see here, just in, check out the latest episode of Off the Rails from the, Faster Payments Council podcast sponsored by Volante Tech. Interesting. FPC's Reed, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name, goes off the rails with Art. Again, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, from Goldman Sachs, and also this guy, Jim, from PayPal. Now, again, when we look at Volante Technologies, they have direct connections and direct exposure to some very large names. And here we have Goldman Sachs, for an example, and PayPal. But why is Volante Technologies a very key player here, and why am I even mentioning this? Well, first off, this is from FPC. Again, remember, FPC is working with the Federal Reserve on this, new network, if you will. But Volante is one that we have mentioned multiple times on this channel, and I continue to spotlight it because going back as far as 2021, for an example, we do see a Ripple client, Volante Technologies, joins Federal Reserve FedNow payments pilot. Now, this was a pilot going back as far as, like I said, 2021, and since then we've seen some updates. And here you have Volante Technologies tweeting about it on February 1st, 2021. Proud to be leading the way in implementing the Federal Reserve upcoming instant payment offering, FedNow service, as a pilot participant. And of course, another Ripple customer to work on the FedNow development. In a press release, published by Volante, the company stated that it will join the U.S. Central Bank in developing a new payment solution called FedNow SM service. It will enable U.S. banks and citizens to seamlessly conduct payments in real-time mode. Volante is one of numerous Ripple clients and a member of the U.S. Faster Payments Council. And, we do see even more mentioning down here of that, sort of insight. And we do see the solution is to be launched 2023 to 2024, which we do have confirmation that it will be 2023. Now let's actually look more into this. So again, Volante, I've always spotlighted this. This is their VolPay Ripple processor module. We've actually talked a little bit about the FedNow service and how its entire service looks very similar to this on face value, where we do see the FedNow service being the center point for instant settlement. Again, sourcing liquidity from where? We don't know. Could we assume that it would be Ripple? Yes, I do think that we can, because again, the connections to the Fed, for an example, the FPC with the Federal Reserve, Volante Technologies with the Federal Reserve, it tells me that we will see Ripple at the forefront of this. And this was just a quick one when we really kind of looked at the PDF, but since then we have been seeing a lot more updates around this. And, this is also just one of many, in regards to, Volante working with, the Federal Reserve, for an example, and, even the FPC. We also do see here, from March of 2022, KPMG and Volante Technologies launched Strategic Alliance for Real-Time Payments and ISO 20022 Modernization. Now, this is where things get interesting. So we've talked about KPMG on multiple occasions with Hedera, for an example, and other assets. This one, to me, it always comes up because, again, when we look at B2B payments or we look at cross-border payments, we look at any type of payments. Everyone wants real-time gross settlement. You want that money there as soon as you make that payment. You want to see it come out of your account instantly. You want to see it come into your account instantly as well. This is how things should work. We're in 2022. We're not in 1965, for an example, or 1975, if you will. To me, those dates, by the way, aren't specific. I'm just saying like those dates are kind of in line with like where debit cards and credit cards first came out, where everybody was in all of them. They thought that it was incredible technology, and it was for that time. But since then, we have quickly gained a much more momentum shift in payments, and also even the entire system that we run on in regards to finance. Things have rapidly changed. We have a lot more demand. The structure, to me personally, is very inefficient. So now we want gross settlement. We want, major, I would say revolutionary technology to be ushered in around this scene because, again, we are in a digital age. We want true digitization of payments. We don't want, digital apps or, oh, you can make a payment through, your phone to another phone by just like kind of touching them together. Like we've seen that, right? And that's great. And a lot of people still think that that is like extremely innovative. But honestly, what would be more innovative is actually redesigning and restructuring the rails that we actually utilize on a day-to-day basis. And again, in regards to this, they are focusing on, again, real-time payments. They're talking more so about even settlement as well. We do see here the strategic alliance will offer banks a winning combination of cloud-native payment solutions and related advisory, enabling banks to modernize their payments processes and operations faster than ever. And again, we do see a major mention of the clearinghouse and also the FedNow service. As a result, banks and payment service providers can start their real-time payments journey immediately with the clearinghouse RTP, real-time payments, and prepare for new instant payment schemes such as the FedNow service as they become available. More so, financial institutions will be able to modernize their legacy wire and ACH payment systems and strategically position themselves for emerging payments trends such as connected or embedded banking. In addition, they will become ISO 20022 compliant. Interesting. Now, again, when we really kind of look at things, we do see down here with FedNow coming and increasing interest in instant payments in the U.S., there is a perfect storm brewing for banks to have comprehensive payment modernization plan for the next 2 to 3 years. We are, excited about the opportunity to work with Volante to drive new modernization and innovation to our bank clients, resulting in richer payments experiences and offering to their customers. We've been very impressed working with KPMG team for the past year, formalizing our strategic alliance will see us, take our relationship to the next level. And again, this is all focused on, real-time settlement, gross payments settlement, if you will. And, I've always said, Volante is one player to, pay attention to. But again, the domino effect from Volante to other major players like KPMG, for example, or like PayPal, Goldman Sachs, etc., is very large. We are in a very, very fast evolving, world where digitization and digital assets, digital tokens, if you will, are going to be the new major innovation that hits, the payment system. And I see it already happening. Like, to me personally, when you are invested into crypto and you're really kind of watching this market unfold day in and day out, you can kind of analyze and see where things are headed. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together. Volante is one major player that I pay attention to just because of the exposure to many other clients. Like, for example, we do see here we serve as a trusted partner to over 100 banks, financial institutions, market infrastructures, clearinghouses, and corporate treasuries in 35 countries. Our solutions and services process millions of transactions and trillions in value every day. Again, trillions in value every day. 4 of the top 5 corporate banks, 40% of all U.S. commercial bank deposits, and 70% of worldwide card traffic. Again, they are a very, large player. I've actually said that they are actually larger on scale than Tranglo or even like Finastra. We talk about Accenture as well. Like, this is a major player. And the connections to like the FedNow service are extremely large. Like, again, going back to May of just this year alone, Volante Technologies' annual U.S. mid-tier bank survey, real-time payments, wired system replacements, and cloud are top payment modernization priorities. And, This is talking more so about like basically where we are headed in regards to like real-time settlement, real-time payments, and things like that. All of this needs to source liquidity from somewhere, and we cannot utilize Swift to source liquidity through Nostro Vostro accounts. For example, we do see down here wire systems are the #1 domestic payment modernization target. We do see fraud is also a pervasive, concern for wires as it is for ACH and Swift cross-border payment operations. And, this is going to fix everything if you actually think about it. But we do see the survey results reflect the ongoing generational shift towards real-time payments. 27% of respondents indicated they are already connected to the clearinghouse's RTP system or network, almost double the result from just a year ago. Of those not yet connected, real-time is the top missing capability, and 37% are committed to joining the RTP network within the coming year. Overall, over half of the mid-tier market should be connected to the RTP network in 2023. So 2023 to like 2024 is the key area to watch for. We do see institutions are also actively planning for FedNow, the new instant payment service from the Federal Reserve that is expected to go live in 2023. 13% of respondents identified themselves as early adopters, saying they will connect to the FedNow immediately. An additional 16% plan to join within the first year. Many are planning to join both the RTP network and the FedNow, showing that mid-tier banks see the two networks as complementary rather than either or propositions. And things are moving rapidly around this. And this is like major players. And again, like we really kind of look at one key player here in regards to connections, and that is Volante. Now, when will XRP be utilized in all of this? Well, first off, I've always said like XRP will be the sourced liquidity for all of this for instant payments or instant settlement to actually occur. And the funny thing is that when does that happen? Well, to me, and I know that a lot of people will say like this is a conspiracy or this is speculation, and technically, yeah, it is, but this is what I foresee happening. So we're seeing this like 2023 to 2024 timeframe. By that point in time, this XRP case should be over. And we do see over here like U.S. government plans to lead crypto regulation in the global financial system and in technological and economic competitiveness, including through the responsible, development of payment innovations and digital assets. As the U.S. is preparing for, regulations around crypto, I truly do believe that this is going to open the door for XRP to be massively adopted within the banking and financial sector. Again, I know that the XRP community, for the most part, gets a little bit crazy in regards to like price targets on XRP, but I think that that's just because they have understood for the longest time the technology around XRP, and I do think that it's very large in its own value, but also, the connections are something to not ignore. Like there is very large connections to many of the clients that XRP, or I should say Ripple, has with the XRP services that they do provide. And those should not be ignored because, again, it's all a domino effect. You have one client that is, has connections and exposure to like 1,000 clients. All of those clients will understand the efficiencies around the Ripple network with XRP, use cases. Remember, I've always said the reason why XRP will be utilized by all Ripple, clients is because of the savings on all of the fee, like the savings on those transactions. Like for example, we go back over here to, Volante, like they're doing trillions of dollars in value every day in regards to transactions. So think about the amount of fees that they are actually racking up on a day-to-day basis with those trillions of dollars in value moving every single day. It's probably very large. Now, if they utilize something like XRP, where they are sourcing XRP as a liquidity source and also utilizing the Ripple network for instant settlement with XRP, then they could save a massive amount of fees. They could see these, innovations or these efficiencies really kind of be spotlighted. So why wouldn't they utilize XRP? And I think that that's where everybody kind of gets a little bit confused. They're like, why would they utilize XRP when they could just utilize RippleNet? It's not the idea of just utilizing RippleNet. You combine the two, RippleNet with XRP, and the efficiencies that do get unlocked are mind-blowing. So again, to me, direct exposure to the FedNow service with the Federal Reserve is, in my opinion, confirmed. Like, we already have all of the connections here in front of our face. To me, I don't even think that they're trying to hide it at this point. Volante is the key puzzle piece here, though. Volante is the one to pay attention to, and I've always said to pay attention to them. We are finally seeing things, unfold here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.